Let me say this much for nothing. I'm not a Donald Trump fan. Not in the slightest. Anyone that's been paying attention to me on Facebook will know for a fact that I'm not a big Donald Trump fan. And it's been kind of a point of contention for me and a few of my friends, or between me and a few of my friends, I should say. However, in spite of my general disdain for Donald Trump as a human being, I will say this much. The carry-on and shenanigans of people in regards to Donald Trump winning the American election are fucking ridiculous. Now, as I say, I don't like the guy. Never have. Ever since I first became aware of Donald Trump when I was younger, I think I became aware of Donald Trump when I found out about him and his Trump Taj Mahal back in the day when that was a popular venue for boxing matches and shit. Just never liked the dude, just from shit I've seen, shit I've heard, things he's done, things he's said. And he is a very polarizing figure. This election divided a lot of people. Now, I'll note that while, as I say, things got contentious between me and a few of my mates, at least we're adult enough not to let it permanently fuck up our friendships. And it shouldn't. That's when you're taking your political leanings and your political identity too fucking far. As far as I'm concerned anyway, it should not ruin friendships. But on to the main point of this video. Ever since Donald Trump won the election, some people have been flipping this shit over the fact that such a human being won the election. Not being a Trump supporter, I myself was not impressed with the outcome of the election, but then, I can't really fucking say too much. Since the United States isn't my country, and it's really not my place to say too fucking much, either way. But this not my president bullshit fucking gets to me, just from the sheer stupidity. Yes, people are allowed to protest whatever the fuck they want to protest. Yes, people are allowed to make their voices heard. And yes, people are perfectly allowed to not like Donald Trump as a president, not be happy with fucking Donald Trump winning the election. But when you're doing shit like walking out of class, holding up highways, rioting, looting, doing all sorts of ridiculous shit which make you look like a complete fuckwit, then you're taking shit too far. I put it to you this way. I don't like John Key. If you follow this channel for a while, and if you've watched any of my political rants about New Zealand politics, you'll know I don't like John Key very much. I'm not voting for John Key for our next election. I haven't voted for John Key in any of the previous elections I've been old enough to vote in. I am hoping like fuck New Zealand comes to its senses and doesn't vote the big-nosed piece of shit in again for the next election. But if he does, while I might not be amused, I'm not going to throw my toys and pack a fucking tantrum and start destroying property and start going on about how Gonzo isn't my Prime Minister. Gonzo is not my future. Anyone that voted for Gonzo doesn't give a shit about poor people, rah rah rah. The thing is, whether you like it or not, Donald Trump is your president-elect, and he will become your president once Barack Obama's second term is over and once Donald Trump's inauguration is complete in January. While yes, Donald Trump is an unrepentantly unpleasant person, that isn't grounds for recounts in some of the states he won. That isn't grounds for impeachment. He can be impeached once he does anything which breaches his role as the president. That hasn't happened yet. I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying it is entirely possible given the type of person Donald Trump is. But the fact of the matter is, he won the election. He won the election fair and square. So, really, stomping your feet and saying he's not your president is rather childish. The thing that personally annoys the shit out of me is the people that didn't even bother voting that are partaking in this bullshit. 45% of Americans didn't vote in this election, which is very, very disappointing from a personal point of view as someone who believes that the right to vote is something that should be taken seriously. But if you didn't vote, you really have no right to complain about who other people voted for. If you wanted anyone else, if you wanted someone third party, if you wanted Hillary Clinton, you should have gotten off your fucking ass and gone down to your local polling station and fucking voted. It's that simple. You don't throw your toys, you don't walk out of class, you don't hold up highways, you don't loot, you don't riot. You get your ass down on election day and vote. Call me preachy all you want for saying it, but it's the truth. It's my personal belief that if you do not vote, you don't have the right to complain about whoever won, considering you could have stopped them from getting in. You and everyone else who didn't fucking vote, especially with numbers as large as 45 goddamn %. It's that simple. I don't like Donald Trump. A lot of people don't like Donald Trump. He didn't win the popular vote. A lot of people don't like him. But he won, and the fact of the matter is, that's all there is to it. And the thing is, if he's impeached, Mike Pence is even worse. It's the sad truth, the harsh reality, but that's the way it is. I'm Damian Skyfire. Till next time.